The block looked like that was Sean Polk getting a little bit of elevation. And now Towson back with the ball. They won't go away. They trail by 12, 58-46.
Well, they're going to start to look for the three ball here pretty soon.
And a long jumper from the left baseline, putting that shot up, and it falls in. It was Josh Brown. Brown been a little bit quiet in the second half of play, but he gets his point on that opportunity.
And for Towson, they're going to have to get some stops sometime during the second half. Drexel's pretty much gotten whatever they wanted, especially Sammy Givens down low. As Fillmore giving him a lot of room there.
And we're going to get a foul called. This one will go against Josh Brown. A little too much pressure there on Masonette. And he gets called for the foul. Now 5 team fouls for Towson. And that'll be Josh Brown's second.
And if you're Towson, you got to believe that you're going to make shots on the offensive end. So it's all about here on the defensive end. Can they get stops? Can they stop Sammy Givens from scoring the basketball?
So inbounding it for Drexel, it's going to be Derek Thomas. And the official talking something over with both players. Man, really, what do you look for down this last 7 minutes of stretch? What are you looking for from Towson coming out with?
Well, from Towson, I guess they're going to try to keep the zone going. Sammy Givens pretty much gotten whatever he wanted with the man-to-man, grabbing 14 rebounds, 8 of 12 from the field. He's really dominated the second half. So if you're Towson, you keep your focus on him, but at the same time, you be aware of those open jump shooters on the outside.
Holding the ball right now for the Dragons, it's Masonette. Try and drive down that left baseline. He finds some room and he lays it in. Nice move to go around Fillmore, the big guy, and Masonette lays it in. And that is 13 points, 4 or 5 shooting from the field for Masonette, and 5-6 from the charity stripe, so he has 13 points total. He has also picked up 4 rebounds, ball 4 on the defensive board. 25 minutes of play as well for Masonette. A turnaround jumper from Dupree. His shot is no good. Offensive board by Fillmore. Fillmore gets his jumper to fall in, and Towson still staying within an arm's length of Drexel as they trail by 10, but it's really been kind of around that 10 range in this game, and they really are hanging around. And so the longer Towson hangs around, the difficult it will be for Drexel to put them away.
But in order to close that gap, you have to play defense, and it's a nice job there. As
they convert up, they pick up the defensive board there, and there comes laying it in. It's going to be Drake Connor, and now they're within 8. 5:30 left to go in the game. Drexel leads Towson 60-52. It would be a big upset if Towson's able to come back and win this game, as they are the 12th seed in the tournament. Still they've not won a CA game all year long. But what a way would we pick up one here in the first round of action in the CA Men's Basketball Championship this afternoon. Givens turnaround jumper from him from the left block falls in.
And you had to expect that's the guy that they're going to go to. You know, Towson getting a little momentum there, going on a 4-0 run there, getting 2 baskets in a row. Go right back to the guy that's been your anchor the entire game.
Trey Connor, dangerous 3-point shooter for Towson. Kind of looming. You wonder when they will start shooting the 3-pointer. Is it down inside the zone? It was Dupree going up for a jumper, but he can connect, and ball pulled down by the Dragons. It was Ruffin with the rebound. And now Masonette into the front court.
Fillmore doing a nice job denying Givens the ball, although he gets it right back.
And then a foul call from behind against Fillmore, and that was on Sammy Givens, so send Givens back to the line for his second.
Well, Towson just has had absolutely no answer for Givens. Anytime Drexel has needed a basket, they've gone down low, and Fillmore really has done pretty much all he can, but Givens is so active, so quick down low on the boards that Fillmore really can't get a hand up in time. And what happens now? We have a foul.
As we see Sammy Givens driving down there, Fillmore obviously foul as he was going up for the shot. So Givens already 20 points in the game. He's only been to the foul line once earlier, made both of those. He misses his first opportunity now. On the season, Sam Givens has been only a 50% free throw shooter.
And that time, if you're Fillmore, I would start maybe fronting Givens. Givens is getting way too, he's so strong, he's getting so low on the block that Fillmore really can't do anything as soon as Givens gets the ball.
And the second shot put up by Givens does not fall in, so a missed opportunity there for Drexel to convert off from the foul line. Really maybe a positive foul there for Fillmore, as they do get the ball back without Drexel scoring. They're within 10 points, and Dre Connor holds the ball in the left wing. You got to watch out for his three-point shot. But now Braxton Dupree trying to back up Givens inside the lane, and he knocks down his shot from about 3 feet away. And you know, it's been amazing for me how long Dupree has been able to stay in this game with the hobbled foot, hobbled ankle, and also 4 fouls since probably 15 minutes left to go in the second half.
And we saw their quick double team on Givens as soon as he got the ball.
Derek Thomas's shot, that doesn't fall in. Offensive board pulled down by McCoy for Drexel. He lays it up and in off the glass. And Drexel leads by 10, still 64-54, under 4 minutes now left to go. And you know, Towson played, you know, solid game, but they really have to do a lot more. And right there comes it as Josh Brown knocks down a three-pointer and a timeout call by Coach Pat Kennedy. And
that's a big shot there by Brown. If he misses that, Drexel gets the rebound. With 3:40 to go, that would pretty much put them out of reach in the game. So that's a big shot. They're hanging around, but it all has to happen on the defensive end of the court.
And we'll take a replay of that three-point shot there put up by Josh Brown from NBA range. He knocks it down in the face of his defender, and a huge three-pointer will put Towson back in the vicinity of 7 point as they trail now by 7 points with 3:40 left to go. Josh Brown has done a solid day's work here for the Towson Tigers on the season. He's averaging 10 points a game. He came in averaging that amount, and he's second tied for the league, scored 13 points in this game, 6 of 10 from the field. That was his second three-point opportunity. Knocks it down.
And he's a 41% three-point shooter, the best on Towson. So look for him down the stretch to get the ball.
You know, it's really going to be. I think, man, you talk about him. Great three-point shooter, obviously 41%. It's going to be between him and Connor. Connor's a 37% free throw shooter. So you look at those two guys with behind the arc, really, hopefully one of them, if you're a Towson fan, hopefully one of them can get hot and you just see their Brown knock down that three-point chance.
And that's what you're going to have to bank on. You don't need threes at this point in the game, 3:40 to go. It's still about getting stops. You can still work the ball inside. They're only down by 7 points. It's 3 possessions. So if they can get some stops defensively, work the ball inside, make some baskets, make some layups, you're down by 3 or 4 coming in with 2 minutes to go in the game. This is crunch time here if you're Towson.
Absolutely. So the score is 64-57. Drexel out on top. It's been a game that was tied up at halftime by the score of 28-28. But now, right now, after the three-point there by Josh Brown, has put Towson within 7. The full court press put on by the Tigers. And it's drawing the charge there is Dupree, and a terrific job there by Braxton Dupree with the 4 fouls, still stands his ground, avoids getting the blocking foul, draws the charge. An excellent job there by Braxton Dupree.
A very risky play also by Dupree, as you mentioned, with the 4 fouls. Well, listen, you got to take risks if you want the reward, and that was a nice job by Dupree of drawing the charge.
I like it there. You got to take the risk, get the reward there, and we'll take a replay and look at that charge call there. And terrific job by Dupree. He was the only man back there on a 2-on-1. He plants his feet and draws the foul against Fouch for the Drexel Dragons. And now 16 fouls apiece for either team. 3:30 left in the game, and still within game. And now Towson with the ball offensively. You know, is it a game where you're obviously just looking to get points, or do you think they might go for a three-point shot?
They definitely don't need the three-point shot. They might try to go for it. Josh Brown right now kind of has the hot hand, but there's no need to force up a three-point shot with 3:35 to go down by 7. You can still work it down inside and make something happen down low.
As we look at some of the replays so far going on in this second half of play, Drexel really came out strong on 18-7 run to start the half. Franz Mason has done a great job for Towson. Fillmore has done a good job underneath on the glass. He's picked up 13 points as well to go along with 4 rebounds in this game. But really, a lot of scoring coming from the Tigers. Despite their limited bench, they have really hung in strong. And Dupree especially, you got to give him a lot of credit with 4 fouls in this game and a bad ankle since early on in that first half. He has played a terrific game, the junior.
Dupree's pretty much been a warrior defensively, not much offensively, but you know that's why you have guys like Connor and Fillmore and Josh doing a nice job on the offensive end. And that's where they need him defensively. That's why he's going to be big down the stretch.
So Dre Connor will take the ball in the front court as his team trails by 7 in the first round action of the CAA Men's Basketball Championships here at the Richmond Coliseum. Polk, turnaround jumper for him from the right baseline, falls in, and now Towson within 5 points. They trail 64-59, and a game that not many people thought Towson would be in it, and they are down by 5, and another turnover by the Dragons, and the ball goes back to the Tigers.
And that's a nice job defensively by Towson, getting the pressure, forcing a turnover. That's what they need to do late in this ball game.
So a timeout call by Drexel. The ball goes back to Towson.
And if you're Towson, I would still work the ball inside Fillmore. You don't need three-point shots at all now. Clearly, you've set yourself up in a position. You're only down by 5 with 3:19 to go. Fillmore's the guy that late down the stretch, he's their leading scorer. He's going to be the clutch guy that makes shots. Oh, that was a great shot there by Polk, and they really needed that.
So 64-59, Towson with the ball. And if you're Coach Bruce Flint there for, what are you telling your team? Your team was up by 13 at one point in this half. Now you're down by 5, a little over 3 minutes left to go. And Towson really shooting the ball well over the past 2 minutes. And Dupree with the ball. He's with 4 fouls, so obviously you're going to watch him. And a three-point shot put up there by Polk, and he knocks it down. And now the score 64-62, Drexel over Towson. A one-possession game here at the Richmond Coliseum as the fans coming alive here. As the Towson Tigers looking for the 12 over the 5 seed upset in this game.
And if you're Towson, you don't get overexcited here. You just play solid defense like the fans behind us are screaming.
And those are not many true Towson fans. I think those are the VCU fans cheering on the Towson Tigers this afternoon. Towson without a win in the CAA, looking for the first one in the biggest game of the year in the first round action. A three-point shot there put up by Drexel, and that one knocks down there by Gerald Cold. And the Dragons back out on top by 5, 67-62. A game back and forth, 2:30 left to go. And it's been an exciting game of basketball this afternoon, Matt. And now Dupree right at the right block, matched up against McCoy. Gets Polk driving down that lane, and a whistle on the court.
And that was a huge shot by Colts on the other end of the court there. Hand in the face. Really, if he misses that shot, Towson has all the momentum, only down by 2 with 2 minutes to go. But now we have a ball game down the stretch. Only a 5-point lead.
So right now, 5-point lead for Drexel, 67-62. And it's been a game that has gone back and forth, and a great job by the Tigers really to stay in it. And you got to tip your hats off to them right now. As Josh Brown is on the line in the bonus is Towson. He knocks down his first free throw attempt. Obviously, you love to get those points with the clock stopped and on the foul line, especially when you're the team trailing, Matt.
No doubt about it. And if you're Towson, I expect to see a full court press. Maybe right out of this break, try to force another turnover.
Misses the second chance, so 67-63 your score, 4-point game. Towson has come firing back. They were down by 13 points at one point in this second half of action. A very exciting first run action in the first half of today's game. Was tied up 28-28, but then Drexel came out on a terrific run, and there comes Sammy Givens, the guy that's kind of disappeared the last 8 minutes or so of this half. But there he goes and lays it in off the glass after traveling over from the left baseline.
And Fillmore took a risk there trying to get a steal, and it backfired on him. Givens had an easy layup there.
Polk puts up a three-point shot. This one is off the mark, and it back into the hands of Drexel, and it was Trey Ruffin with the rebound, and a foul called against Connor as they forced to foul Fouch. And Coach Bruiser Flint's got to be careful he doesn't get teed up there, as he's got to be restrained by one of his assistant coaches. He calls over Mason Hent for instruction, but at the line shooting the 1-and-1 is Chris Fouch. Both teams now with 17 fouls in the bonus. Drexel have 3 timeouts remaining, knocks down the first one is Fouch.